Squabble Up music video. Kendrick Lamar's perfect painting of LA. Let's talk about it.
Yo, Polly Ride, what up? What up?
Now, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter from what era of hip hop you're from, we all have experienced certain elements of when albums come out and when songs come out, how it's a direct reflection of the culture that we see. For instance, Eric B. and Rakim was a perfect reflection of New York in that time, with the gold chains, with the, Gucci suits and a bunch of hip hop, but on top of that, very religious elements in the music, that Rakim brought. And it was just a whole picture painted. Now, that wasn't my era. My era is after that. But let me keep going. NWA, that was a direct reflection of LA, its culture, its trials and tribulations. You know what I mean? The music was a direct reflection. Hence to fast forward to, my era, the, Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang was a direct reflection of Staten Island and, New York in general, of the street life and things like that. I've been privileged of living on both coasts. I lived, in Brooklyn, New York, and I've also, lived in Inglewood, California. So I've gotten the privilege to indulge in both styles of music as well as see the lifestyle of New York and the lifestyle of LA, of Inglewood. You know what I mean? And this video is mainly about, while we're going to talk about Kendrick Lamar's new music video, Squabble Up, and, some of the pictures that he's painted, I also wanted to really kind of just bring y'all in and just explain to you guys how important, culture is to the music that we listen to. When we listen to, a T.I. or a Young Thug or, a Busta Rhymes, we're not just listening to them, just for the music. We're listening for the culture, something that either we're familiar with or we're not familiar with, and we want to know, what that is. My good friend Glasses Malone said something that really resonated with me, and he said it on his No Ceilings podcast, No Ceilings Live. Make sure y'all go check that out every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I believe, at like 12 noon. Make sure y'all check that out. But he said one thing that really resonated with me, and he was saying that, people think that hip hop starts off with the music first, and that's not true. It starts off with the culture first. It comes from culture. And he was saying that if hip hop started off music first, then, artists like, and I don't want to name anybody specific, but artists or musicians that have like astounding, chords or, great lyrical prowess or, things that are very in depth and in tune, though that would be the music that would be the most popular if it started off as music first. Jazz is music first, you know what I mean? So it starts off from the elements of jazz, then it goes into culture. There's other, styles of music like rock and, maybe pop, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, pop or contemporary, popular music, you know what I mean? Those types of music starts off music first, but hip hop is more culture. It's like it's your experiences, it's your energy of where you come from. He was saying that the reason why, artists like and I believe he mentioned, like a Kodak Black, the reason why they become successful artists is because you don't look to them for music first, you look to them for culture first, and then the music comes. So I thought that was very, it's a perfect way to put what hip hop is, because it's how we feel. It's how we, move about life. It's how we indulge. It's how we live. You know what I mean? I listen to music, to directly connect to my feelings and not just for a head bob. You know what I'm saying? And just to go back to, different eras of music, like I was privileged of being able to be in the era where I got a chance to sit in the project hallways and listen to Wu-Tang, listen to Mobb Deep, you know what I'm saying? Listen to Biggie, listen to Nas. I got a chance to experience that. But then I also got in the chance because I moved back and forth between LA and New York. I got a chance to actually experience the lifestyle of, listening to DJ Quick, listening to MC8, listening to, Snoop Dogg, listening to Mac Mall, E40, you know what I mean? Like, I got a chance to not only listen to the music, but also see the lifestyle in real time as the music's being popular. I don't know if I don't know how old you are watching this video, but I remember when Tupac All Eyes on Me came out and how that erupted through the LA streets. I'm talking about every single record was being played throughout the city. They going crazy. They going insane. You feel what I'm saying? I got a chance to, witness at a point in time, I got a chance to witness, Get Rich or Die Trying in New York when it was on fire. I got a chance to witness that. I'm saying all this to say Kendrick Lamar has successfully put you in the driver's seat of what LA culture is really about. It's raw, it's unapologetic, and if you're from LA, you just get it. There's things in his music and in his videos that you just get if you're from LA. If you're not from LA, although I wish that you had the ability to just like the Matrix, like just to get like a upgrade on learning LA culture, just so you can understand how we understand. I wish you could get that. But if you're not from LA, just know that there's a particular artist and there's a particular album that's for you in your time, in your culture of your music. There's something there for you. So appreciate the fact that Kendrick Lamar is doing it for his LA culture. And if you want to know about LA culture, this is the best way to do it. This is the best way to indulge. Now let's get into the video. Kendrick Lamar dropped his album GNX, which I just figured out that GNX stands for the Grand National. It's the symbol for the Grand National, which is actual vehicle. It's a regal vehicle that's like souped up to the highest, to the max. It's like a $250,000 car. You know what I mean? I know about Regals and Grand Nationals and the Grand National, but I didn't know that the Grand National was like the most expensive version of the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So even still, I'm learning, more about other elements of LA culture as it goes along. But anyway, he decided to drop the video Squabble Up. You know what I'm saying? The music video to Squabble Up. Now, Squabble Up was a snippet of it was on the beginning of Not Like Us, the music video. And everybody was going crazy. They was like, yo, I can't wait. When the song dropped, it's finna go nuts. So now the song is out. He dropped it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to react to it yesterday because I felt like I was going to do y'all a disservice and just talk about the Easter eggs and stuff like that in it. But I wanted to go beyond that. So I waited. So he dropped it. It got like 2 million views in I think like 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? And it's going nuts right now. I don't know what the views is right now, but it's going nuts. But when I watched it, it's like, yo, I'm seeing these bits and pieces of LA culture that I resonate with. I've seen before. I've experienced it before. And it's such a beauty because it's like, for instance, the chandelier alone is a direct correlation to when I was, young, And, you know, my parents were living in LA. I got a chance to see those types of chandeliers in houses, for sure, or in ballrooms. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chateau Ballroom. If you're a Belizean, you know about the Chateau Ballroom. You know what I'm saying? But you got a chance to see that. So just off the rip, boom, I seen that. So then as it's going, you know, I'm seeing, you know, they have the you know, the gangsters from like the old days, the one that's posing. You know what I'm saying? They posing. I think it's like 2, 3 of them. The old gangster pose. That mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because for a lot of people, those pictures are the last standing pictures of certain people that may not be here no more. Or even if it's not the last picture, it is the most prominent picture that we all love and respect, or we love to see that person in that element at their true form. They might be the buffest at that moment, or they might be the most happiest, who knows? But almost every LA family has a picture like that. Whether the person that was a part of the family was the gangster or it was somebody else that was around gangsters like that. We got pictures like that. I got pictures like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you see that's from an era of gangsterism. Then in the back you see my boy G Perico. Shout out to G Perico. I actually got a record with him coming out with 211. Fire. Then you look at G Perico in the background. He is another version of a more current style, you know, gangster. You know what I'm saying? He in the back, you know, throwing up his signs, you know, looking fresh. He's shining. You know what I'm saying? He fresh. You know what I mean? Then you got, you know what I'm saying, RJ. RJ coming across the screen. Shout out to RJ. He's another style of gangster that's from another type of hood. But, you know, he got the Pendleton on. He doing his thing. Like, it's so many different types of gangsters. And we know that. LA, this is the land of gangsterism. So it's so many different forms. And then on the right side of Kendrick Lamar, you got, you know, Traffic and the homies. Shout out to Traffic. You know, they doing, you know, a gangster walk. You know what I'm saying? They're more younger style gangsters, but they got their own element and they in all black. So it's like, oh, you know, you got the red, you got the blue, and you have the black. That's the trifecta of the unity of gangsterism. You feel what I'm saying? Then, you know, the Bay Area. He's showing love to the Bay Area. Everybody like to pit the Bay Area and Southern California against each other. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if you listen to the beat of Squabble Up, it sounds like a Bay Area beat and it sounds like a West Coast beat. It got elements to it. The Bay and LA is together. It's together. It's unity. When our back against the wall, it's unity. We come together. It's what it is. So, you know, you got the bikes, you know what I'm saying? Got the hyphy, you know, hyphy movement. They doing their thing. You feel what I'm saying? They got the flag, the African flag. Yo, they showing love, and there's so much culture in the Bay Area in terms of the music, you know, jazz, hip hop. There's so much culture there. Kendrick is showing great depiction just in the first minute of the video of LA culture, California. It's elements here. And then you keep going. You know, I know that y'all seen the actual board for the board with the 2 old school people with the afros and everything. Y'all gotta know where that's from. That's from Soul Train. Yo, we used to watch Soul Train every week. You know what that's from. And then, you know, they got the words on there. I don't know what those words mean. The words that was scrambled. The little that they was putting it together. Some people may know that Easter egg. I don't. But I know Soul Train. And I know you used to get off. You know what I'm saying? Like, dancing is a part of LA culture. I don't think people understand that. We be having a good time dancing. Just like New York got their own dance culture too. So don't take that out the way, but he's showing a depiction of the LA dance culture. You feel what I'm saying? Then on the other side, you know, the left side of that same image, you got, you know, listen, I don't think y'all remember, like back in the days, they used to have a 1-hour photo. The 1-hour photo was essential because it's like if you got you and your homegirls, Y'all finna go to the 1 hour photo on a Friday or a Saturday and go take them photos because once again, that's imagery in our photo books of some of our best moments of life in that 1 hour photo. If your family ain't got no 1 hour photos, I don't think y'all really had a good time like that. Then they got the Cuzzos. Shout out to the Cuzzos. They're in the 1 hour photos. Now, it's funny because, I believe that they're too young to have been in the 1 hour photo era. But I know that they family, they older sisters, they aunties, they mom, they uncles, they've been in the 1 hour photo. So it was great to see the young generation indulge in the 1 hour photo element. And at the end of the day, it's like, man, we got to start taking more snapshots of our moments. You know what I'm saying? Now it's social media, but back then it used to be that's how we snapshotted our moments of life that we lived. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the Cuzzos too, because they fire. You know what I'm saying? And I really hope that they drop some more music and drop an album. You know what I'm saying? They fire. I actually want to produce some records for them too. So I'm gonna holler at y'all Cuzzos because y'all fire. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. It's so many different things in that video. Just like Jesus saves gangsters too. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. For those of you who are religious and that go to church every week, y'all know what it is. Like, everybody that's going to church ain't just people that are just saved. It's some unsaved people. It's some gangsters that, go to church to get the word. You feel what I'm saying? So that right there just says Jesus saves gangsters. That's real. That's a real thing. And if you were in LA, you would have seen that across Crenshaw. You would have seen that across Crenshaw 100%. You feel what I'm saying? It's a real thing. You feel me? You would have seen that in the Merck Park. You would have seen that in LA. You would have seen that if you're from LA culture. You feel what I'm saying? So, so many other elements, you know what I mean? Man, first off, let me say this. He had Taz Arnold in the video. Now, I don't know, if you're not from LA, you probably don't know who Taz Arnold is, but Taz Arnold was a young designer and legendary designer that had a lot of the fashion. He used to dress, you know what I'm saying, a lot of our, stars like, case in point, Ty Dolla $ign. He actually, I think he got his biggest shine with Ty Dolla $ign because Ty used to wear Taz all day long. So shout out to Taz Arnold, you know what I'm saying? He was one of our very big influencers in fashion and culture in LA, you know what I'm saying? And then right in the back of him was a woman that had, a shotgun. She was in the bikini and a shotgun. Of course, that's a reference to Ice-T, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ice-T and his album, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the Black Panther that's on the ground, you know what I mean? The Black Panther is a symbol to, I don't know if y'all been into an LA household, you see that Black Panther, and then you got the glass over the Black Panther. That's what it is. Off top. Then on the other side, you got Black Moses, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you already know what that is, the album, Black Moses, you feel me? Shout out to, I'm forgetting his name. I forgot, old school singer. I don't know why I'm going blank, but y'all know what it is. I'll probably put the picture up right here. But, and then in the back, you got the Black Jesus joints, you know what I'm saying? That's fire. And then, even if you look at the picture of, Black Moses, you can see that same outfit, in a sense, was worn by Slink Johnson when he did Black Jesus. So that whole correlation was dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad that I forgot his name. I'm so mad I forgot his name. But it's just so many different things in that video that represents LA culture. And that's what we need. We need more of that. We need more of people representing LA culture in an artistic form. You know what I'm saying? Man, the lowrider, the big heavy set chicks that's dancing, that's a real thing. Shout out to the big girls. They always doing their thing. And I think that's a reference to like set it off in a way because the color scheme looks like that. Then you got the baby to the right side of the lowrider. Now, let me say this. There are a lot of people in LA who come from the lowrider culture. It's not gangsterism. It's not street life. It's car life. Now, having the baby right there with the lowrider going up and down, I know kids, I know people who are grown that used to be kids that come from lowrider culture. That's a real thing. There were people that I know that as kids that young, 1 years old, 2 years old, was being held by their parents on the lowrider scene, on the Crenshaw scene. It's a real thing. Then on the other side, you have the bike with the little kid. You know, that's a reference to Menace to Society. Then you got the Rest in Peace that Kendrick was in front of. You know, that's the whole Menace to Society element where it get real. Like, if, you know, you outside and you doing dirt and stuff like that, it'll come back on you. Menace to Society was a very revelational movie when it came out. It made people really think different because Boys in the Hood was one part of it. And then when it hit Menace to Society, it got even more gruesome. So that's a real thing. So at the end of the day, the video is fire. It represents a great deal of LA culture so much. You feel what I'm saying? And I want people to understand, like, if you're not from LA, it's okay. Just learn about the culture, indulge in it. And at some point in time, the artist that is from your city or town or whatnot, they'll have their time to express artistic forms of whatever they're from. And that's the best part about hip hop, is being able to say, hey, we're not from the same place, but we can relate. That's the best part about what we do. You don't have to be where we from to understand and relate. You just got to open your mind, open your ears, and open your heart. And we can connect. And that's the best thing about culture. I want to know what y'all think about the video. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick is going to keep dropping. That's what I hear. I hear he got more stuff coming. I'm going to keep reviewing it. But just to be honest, you know, I review things from a different perspective. I really try to think about what is the messaging you're trying to portray? What are the things you're trying to do? And I think for this particular song and this video, I think Kendrick just wanted to give you pure, unadulterated, real Los Angeles, LA culture. And I think he did that. Let me know what y'all feel in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all always showing love. I'm almost at that 1,000. I'm at 922, trying to get to that 1,000 because I got some great new content coming. And, you know, I'm finna have some fun, man. I appreciate y'all. Leave it in the comments because y'all know we always talking in the comments. We here. We here. I'm here with all my fans and supporters. I'm here. So let me know in the comments if there's anything in the video that you feel like I didn't tackle. Leave it in the comments, man, and let's talk about it. I appreciate y'all, man. Workload.